Charlie. We always start a fight. Oh, what do you say, Patrick? I didn't see you standing there.
Billy, what are you doing in town? This isn't payday for Tundle's crew.
No, just passing through on the way to Tundle's line camp.
Oh?
Hey, let's get that drink, kid. Charlie, look at that, will you? Now, that's something a man could walk mighty proud in.
You've been riding in the moonlight too much, Billy.
A town like this, ain't nobody can afford a pair of $40 boots.
Except Billy, if he had it.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something, Patrick. If I wasn't such an honest man, I'd sure be thinking mean about them boots.
Why don't you save your money and buy them boots?
Yeah, with 2 months' wages. There's only one way you'll ever own them boots. Yeah, what do you got on your mind, Charlie?
Forget it, Charlie. You and Billy are working cowhands now.
No, don't get riled up, Patrick. We're all friends around here, ain't we? Well, Charlie just trying to get a rise out of you.
Trouble is, a man starts thinking wrong, the first thing you know, he's doing wrong.
Oh, Patrick, poor man, ain't been a deputy long. You sure got religion, boy.
No. Just trying to head off trouble. You've got a good job with Tundle. Work at it.
And I don't like people telling me what to do.
Maybe I don't like telling you, Billy, but I'm doing it just the same.
All right. I'll give it some thought.
Be sure you do that.
Man, walk high in those boots, Charlie. Look at them shine, boy. Dancing boots, that's what I call them, Charlie. I know a man at Missoula. You do? What makes him special? He buys cattle. He got bad eyes, too. Can't read a brand at 2 feet. Wouldn't care much if he could. Remember all them lonesome cows we passed riding in? Maybe we ought to introduce him to that friend of mine. A couple of days' work, you'd own them boots, kid. A pair of silver spurs to put on them. That's what I like about you, Charlie. You sound just like a jingle of money. Come on, we got some stuff to pick up for Mr. Tundle. Come on.
You should have seen the look on your face.
He needs another beer. You buy it.
So you're Sheriff Brady's new deputy. Well, I work for Andy Gorman.
Buy the man a beer. Buy the man a beer.
You got no sense at all, Oranger. Wasn't much trouble burying you. I'd have shot a lot closer. Oh, I was only trying to have a little fun. Well, you had it. Now get out of town. Oh, I tell you now, Brady, Andy Gorman won't like him. He won't last very long. Lenny?
There goes a man who thinks you made a bad mistake hiring me as your deputy.
If you wore a halo for a hat, there'd be some who'd say the same. Andy Gorman will be one of them.
I've heard a lot about him. It's time I met him.
He's a big man around here, Pat. I hope you won't tangle with him.
You didn't ask many questions when you gave me this job.
I'm not fussy about a man's past. Just the same, I made it a point to find out as much about you as I could.
Did you find something that bothers you?
No. Only black mark against you is your friend, Billy the Kid.
He's still my friend.
I knew that when I hired you.
And what's the problem?
Well, sometimes a man must make compromises. But I've got a hunch you won't.
Maybe I've never found a good enough reason.
Well, we'll see.
Hi.
Hey, Pat. Here's your first month's pay. I hear you had a lively time last night. 3 new customers in the pokey.
Not much for Saturday night.
I guess it depends on your point of view. How do you like being a lawman?
Well, it's easier than rustling cows for $1. Less chance of a hanging, too.
The town council meeting last night, motion was passed to give you a raise.
Yeah.
That is, if you decide to stay permanently.
Drifting can get to be sort of a habit. But I always figured I'd know when the time came to put down some roots.
I guess you know that doesn't make me mad.
And I've got no complaints. In some ways, this is a lazy man's job, and I admit the charge. Keep the drunks below the deadline, make sure they don't wear any guns on Sunday, head off trouble when you see it coming. No different from riding herd. Except some cows are smarter than some cowpokes I've known.
Oh, if you're not too sleepy, I'd like to ask a favor. I know you had a rough night, but my wife's been pestering me about taking her to church, and, you know,
Well, I was figuring on loafing, but I might as well earn my money while I'm at it.
I'll take over before noon.
Sunday.
All right, it's Sunday. I didn't ride in to go to church.
I didn't think you had. To save you trouble, I'll take your guns now.
Lenny, pick up the stuff. Don't bother me, cowboy.
No bother. You don't wear a gun on the street on Sunday.
I'll take care of it, boss. There's nothing to take care of. I'm Andy Gorman.
Look, it's Sunday. The town is quiet. I like it that way. You'll get your guns back when you're right out of town. It's simple.
Almost as simple as you are. If you think that tin badge you're wearing makes you something special, you tell Brady I don't think his joke is funny.
Gorman. I told you I didn't like a fuss on Sundays.
One of you people, go get Sheriff Brady.
It seems to me you're old enough to have better sense. You're under arrest.
What's the matter with you, Pat? Haven't you got good sense? Locking up Andy Gorman.
Are you turning loose?
Well, of course I am.
Without even bothering to find out why I threw him in the pokey.
All right. Why?
It doesn't matter. My fault for not knowing that some men would be privileged.
Now, you know better than that.
You're turning him loose, aren't you?
Well, I've got to. Gorman
is a privileged man. You should make out a list for your deputies, naming the rules and the men who can break them. Like packing a gun on Sunday doesn't apply to Gorman. Most important would be the names of the men licensed to kill.
No, you listen to me, Pat Garrett.
That's one rule I do not have to obey. You know, the law always meant a lot to me, even when I broke it. I always figured it worked the same for everybody. I was wrong.
Pat. Put your badge back on, Pat. You just reminded me of something I've almost forgotten. I guess you'd call it a man's duty. Better get started on that loafing.
You look like you got a bad case of the regrets, Sheriff.
No, it isn't that. Gorman paid his fine. It's the first time in 40 years he's been bitten by the law. He doesn't like it.
Get the horses. You've shown me where you stand, Brady.
You can take it that way, if you want to.
I rode into Lincoln today to see you, Brady. Too many of my cattle have been missing lately. As far as I'm concerned, it's because of Tundle and that outlaw crew of his, including Billy the Kid. A few years ago, I knew what to do, and I did it. Guess times haven't changed as much as I thought.
I never knew paying a little fine to rattle a man so much.
He intends to smash Lincoln County, every man who stands against him. Put the pieces in his pocket. When he makes this try, this country's going to explode like a $2 pistol.
Funny thing about trouble. The more you worry about it, bigger it gets. You really think he meant all that talk about Tundle, I mean?
Another excuse for Gorman. He thought he could ride roughshod over Tundle. Found out different. He won't be fussy about proof. You sure about Billy, Pat? I mean, going straight?
Well, I'm never sure about Billy. Only way to find out if Gorman is right is to catch those rustlers first.
That would help. It'd put it off that much longer. You sure that you want to find out?
I'm sure. Either way.
Good luck, Pat.
Thanks.
Up here. Not since you turned honest. Well, talk with you, Charlie. How you been? Sound. Saw Pat. Still wearing a badge. Yeah. On him, it looks all right, huh? Might look pretty good to me if I get caught. Pat couldn't hang an old pal.
You think not?
You mean being friends don't mean nothing to Pat? Means more to him than does to you and me, Charlie. He's just different. He's honest. It's hard for guys like you and me to understand, right? Maybe you'd like me to pull out of the county to avoid stepping on Garrett's toes. That's why I rode up here. See you around, Charlie. Now, look, Billy. We've been friends a long time, but that doesn't give you leave to run my business. Seems to me you've been doing all right with your business, Charlie. I counted better than 50 head of cows back up the draw. And I was glad to see that none of them were Mr. Tundle's. What would you have done if they were carrying Tundle's branch? I'd have waited here to hang you. You mean that, don't you, kid? Sometimes I think you and Garrett are too much alike. But I'm glad you come up here. I was going to look you up anyhow. I got your present. You're not much of a fellow to do something for nothing, Charlie. Are you? What do you figure these boots are worth to you?
Not a thing. Maybe I'm just hoping they might help to make you change your mind.
Uh-huh. Well, in that case, you just, wasted your money, Charlie. Unless your feet are shrunk since the last time I saw you.
It won't fit me. I owe you more than a pair of boots, kid.
I think you mean that, Charlie.
Never meant anything any more in my life. Try 'em on, kid. Maybe you're right. My hanging around here is bound to bring trouble sooner or later. Not with you over Tundall's beef, and with Pat. Trouble is, I need a stake to travel on. And 50 head of cows will give it to me. But it takes more than one man to drive.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Charlie. Wait a minute. I had the idea there are going to be no strings tied to these boots.
And I meant it, kid. Look, it ain't like you were stealing them. Just give me a hand getting them on the move out of these hills. I'll take them the rest of the way alone. Oh, just that much for old time's sake. We've been pals.
Yeah, we've been pals. I knew them were dancing boots, Charlie. I knew it, boy. All right. I'll tell you what, you give me your word. You clear out when you get rid of that bunch of cows, all right?
I never lied to a pal, Billy. I'll give you my word.
Watch your guns, kid. You heard me, Billy.
That's one way to make friends.
I told you it was Garrett's pal, Billy. They've both been working for Tundall.
I want both your names.
For what, grave markers?
I don't make markers for rustlers, but I keep a record of the names of the men I hang. I want to face Tundall with them. Save something to be hanged.
Drag the other one over to that tree. I'll take care of this one.
I'm going to kill you, Oranger.
Oranger, I said leave him alone.
I'll get the ropes.
I know they call you Billy the Kid. What's your real name?
My name is William H. Bonney. And you better remember that, Corman. Because we're going to meet up again sometime.
What's his name?
His name is Evers. And Tundall didn't have anything to do with this, Corman. Charlie quit better than a week ago.
All right, Oranger. Hang him.
You can watch your partner swing first, Billy. Billy, it's your turn now. That's enough. You didn't waste much time, did you?
I don't intend to waste any now. Hang him, Oranger.
He's my prisoner. You try to hang him, Orange, I'll put a bullet through your head. There's nothing I can do about the one you've already hanged. Range law says you've got that right. The range law doesn't figure if a man's under legal arrest. And he is.
They were rustling my cattle. I caught them in the act.
Aye, and then you can charge Billy here with rustling. Just be sure you're right. There's been only one man camped here. You'll have to prove it was Billy and not Charlie Evers.
You keep pushing, don't you, Garrett? You know I can't prove it in court.
I get paid to do my job. Right now, it's arresting Billy here for trying to steal some of your cows, if you say so. You'll have to prove it.
Don't make me laugh. It won't work, Garrett. You used to be the kid's sidekick. Looks like you still are from the way you're acting. Maybe you've been...
Don't say it, Gorman. Cut him loose, Orange. Billy! Billy!
What do you say about that charge of cow stealing, Gorman?
There'll be another time. Pick him up.
Cut him down, Billy. We'll bury him before we ride into town.
I'm sorry, Patrick. About Charlie, I mean.
You're always sorry, Billy. Well, it's too late.
I didn't steal those cows.
Keep shoveling.
I'll give you my word. If there'd been anything. Just hung around here too long, that's all. When I get back, I'm going to clear out.
Running away won't help.
Won't be your problem anyway. Just got one more thing to do. That's a promise.
To kill Gorman? No, Billy, you're going to stay on at Tundle's ranch and keep trying.
You're not telling me what to do, are you, Patrick?
You'll do it. I believe you, Billy, about those cows.
All right. All right, I'll try it. But you know, I keep thinking about the time when I won't feel this way anymore.
That has to be up to you, Billy.
Maybe I had something to do with this. I don't know. Maybe I could have talked you out of it, Charlie. But I sure like them boots, boy.